Hey, welcome back, Red Wing fans. So I thought I'd do another follow-up on these 4585 Briar 8-inch with the lug soles. And I know I didn't like them at first when I first got them. I told you why. I think I said because they were narrow. They have a foam inner lining, or the what is it? The footbed. The footbed is foam, which is kind of strange. And then I kind of did some research, and so also I told you that my orthotics, the 3/4 inch, what is that? Birkenstock orthotics, they seem to slip forward. You know, like they're not staying in place. And so all my other boots, it stays in place. And so I'm thinking, you know, these things would not be very good for hiking because there's so much activity and action and movement that I don't think those footbeds will stay in place. So I figured out, actually they do okay. They still seem like they're slipping a little bit, but I tightened them up a bit. So if you notice, lace distance on these are really close, which I'm not too fond of. There's not much room to make them tighter. And another thing is that I don't wear my pants this high usually. A couple rolls, but not, this is like 5 rolls, 6 rolls up, just so you can see the whole boot. But then I did some research, and there's a gentleman on the Red Wing social group, Red Wing Boot social group, I think it's called. It's on Facebook. RWSC, Red Wing Social Club, that's it. And he showed me that his has the nickel eyelets, which I really like. You notice that mine are not the nickels. These are the, I guess they're like gunmetal. And so I like that better. I still like nickel eyelets at all times, even if it's like contrasting. Because, you know, if you look at the climbers, the 4.2, not climbers, I'm sorry, the 2015 Huntsman, and also the Billy Boot 4.3 or 8829 Billy Boots, they are also nickel eyelets, and that's against black. So I think it's pretty cool. And I know these are pretty subtle. You know, that you don't see the eyelets as easily, but I still like silver eyelets, the metal eyelets, or nickel eyelets. So another thing about these, so I found out basically that there was 2 iterations of these. These are dated 2008, and the ones that he showed me was 2019. And that's the ones I think I saw online. And I regret I could have gotten them for a pretty decent price. I think they were, because I'm not sure if it's Amsterdam. Yeah, the Amsterdam Red Wing, they had, I guess the U.S. exchange for U.S. denominations and exchange for their currency was, you know, lower, and I think they might have been 10 or 20% off, and I just regret not getting them because I think the shipping was free. And something else different about these, this first iteration is it has the embossing. So it has the Red Wing embossing on there. Mine has it, his doesn't, he said. So it's kind of cool. I'm not totally into having labels on my boots, you know. I don't have to prove to people that they're Red Wings. Those who know, right? And so these are cool because, I mean, they're actually on the outside of the boot. So traditionally, if you look at the 4.5 series, 4572s, let's see what else, 4583, I think, and any of the Red Wing collaborations with J. Crew, they have the stamping on the inside, the embossing, and it's usually on the right boot on the inside. So this one doesn't have it, obviously, but I'm just showing you. So yeah, this one doesn't have it, but traditionally the 4572s, and I think the Billy Boot too. The Billy Boot, and I believe, is it the, I don't have it in front of me, so the Huntsman too, I think they're stamped on the right boot inside. That's more traditional, I suppose. Excuse me. I swear it's not COVID. And so those are the differences basically. And so I've gotten to, you know, I sort of like these still. You know, at first I didn't like them because of the sliding of the orthotic, but now I thought I'd try them again, and you know, they're okay. The foam insole does make it nice and cushiony, but I still prefer the leather footbed because, I don't know, it's just traditional, and it seems to hold, you know, my orthotics in place too. But these are a little more cushiony. But and I noticed also that traditionally this Vibram Carmato sole, it's pretty soft actually. It's kind of rubbery. I don't know, I can't, sorry, I'm not in the picture, but yeah. So these are a little more forgiving, where like the older Vibram car motto, so this car motto is, I guess it stands for tank in French. And so I did some research on that. And so these are kind of nice. They're a little bit more cushionier, you know, it just gives you a little more cushion on the hard ground. And I think it kind of resists the wear a little better, because it kind of gives, you know, rubber gives a little more than say a harder sole doesn't resist the abrasion as easily, I think. That's just my opinion, because I've had some ones, I've had other Lux sole with the Vibram Carmato, and they seem to wear out faster. You know, when you strike your heel, it doesn't seem to give as much. So these kind of have a give, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, you know, from what I've worn. But so that's kind of the update. I kind of like these now, just for casual walking around. I wouldn't even work. I mean, I could use them for you know, yard work and stuff, but again, they're just kind of like, you know, show boots. I call them fashion show boots. You know, makes you look like you're a logger or something. But I suppose these were kind of I guess what does they call that? It's kind of a credit towards the 899s, the coveted 899s. You know, this was kind of like a reiteration of the 899s, or, you know, kind of a what do they call that? Yeah. Anyway, so they're cool boots. You know, they look cool. Function-wise, I wouldn't hike in them. It feels like my heel is rubbing. You know, there's a little bit of a heel slip, and I think it would probably rub a blister on it. I can feel it, but just walking around and staying in the classroom, you know, it seems to be fine. So again, just an update on the 4585. Sorry it took so long. This is a long video. Thanks for hanging in there and checking it out.